This is ABC 7 News at 6, on the road, live from Newport. Presented by Comfort Shoes and More and Joe's Furniture.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for ABC 7 News at 6 on the road. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. We are here live in Newport, and we'll have much more on what's going on here a bit later in the show. But first tonight, state police are continuing their investigation into a stabbing in Winterport last night. A spokesperson says a male juvenile was stabbed just after 8:30. State police and the Waldo County Sheriff's Office responded to the scene.
He was taken to a local hospital, and the spokesperson says his injuries are non-life-threatening.
Meanwhile, an Easton woman is facing charges in connection with the death of a 1-year-old child. Maine State Police spokesperson Shannon Moss says troopers were called to 311 Center Road in Easton on March 19th for an unresponsive child. The boy was taken to a local hospital where he was pronounced deceased. The medical examiner's office in Augusta performed an autopsy and then ruled the death a homicide. The Aroostook County grand jury indicted 28-year-old Mariah Dobbins for manslaughter on July 14th. She was arrested at her home and taken to jail on July 16th. Her bail has been set at $10,000 cash. Dobbins is scheduled to be back in court in September.
A man previously convicted of sexually assaulting a minor appeared in court today for his second trial after his conviction for suppressing evidence in his case was overturned. The state's assistant attorney general representing Maine was in court to hear the defense's claims. Matthew Jurancic has more.
Eric Barr appeared in Kennebec County Superior Court Friday morning. The Sydney man was arrested in 2012 and charged with assaulting and videotaping attacks on a 4-year-old child he was babysitting. Prior to the court proceeding, both lawyers met behind closed doors with Justice Daniel Billings. On Friday, he pled guilty to 21 counts of sexual assault and exploitation of a minor. The defendant's lawyer is adding an insanity defense.
Mr. Bard intends to add a plea of not guilty by reason of insanity to his previously entered not guilty plea.
The attempt was successful, allowing Bard to get checked out by a psychologist.
As a result of the NCR plea, the court will enter an order for evaluation and get that to the forensic service.
Mr. Bard was then read his charges and the potential sentencing of each before being escorted out of the room. Defense attorney John Pelletier and Assistant State Attorney General Paul Ruscia both declined to speak on the matter.
The court will schedule a trial for Mr. Bard in early January. Reporting from Augusta, Matthew Jurancic, ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Police seized drugs and cash during an arrest in Southwest Harbor on Wednesday. Southwest Harbor Police Officer Franklin Burke says he was assisted by Officer Jared Hardy with the Mount Desert Police Department during a bail check at 53 Hillcrest Circle. During that check, officers discovered more than 57 grams of suspected crack cocaine and heroin, more than $2,000 in suspected drug proceeds, as well as pills and other drug paraphernalia. The estimated street value of the drugs seized is around $12,000. Officers arrested 34-year-old Andrew Cuthelmer of Southwest Harbor for violation of bail. Burke says more charges and arrests are expected.
Fire damaged a unit at Bangor Efficiency Apartments overnight. Crews were called to 513 Hammond Street just before 1:30 this morning. Within minutes, firefighters had the fire knocked back and under control. The unit was vacant and no one was injured. The cause of the fire, though, is still under investigation.
Well, students in RSU 24 won't be going back to school in their new building in Sullivan, and that's because Superintendent Michael Eastman sent out a letter to parents saying the water sprinkler system isn't functioning properly. He says it appears the fix will take months to complete, and all of the middle and high school classrooms are packed up in anticipation of the expected move. Eastman says he is meeting with the RSU 24 leadership team to discuss next steps now that the plan has changed. And he says, quote, the goal is to start school on September 6th with a structure that minimizes the impact on students, families, and staff, end quote.
Governor Janet Mills sent a letter to federal officials for increased funding and expanded eligibility for the Low-Income Heating Assistance Program, better known as LIHEAP. She says it would help ensure Maine residents will stay warm in their homes. The state is expecting to receive $38 million in LIHEAP funds this winter, getting $55 million last year through the American Rescue Plan Act. Maine's Energy Department Director Dan Burgess says this funding is essential.
Really is helping Maine people in a time of need pay for heating costs.
According to Burgess, Maine is the most heating oil-dependent state in the entire country, as 60% of homes rely on oil.
Well, the director of the National Park Service stopped by Acadia National Park today to make a big announcement. Peter Dubois has the story.
National parks have been on the forefront of climate change since the beginning.
National Park Service Director Chuck Sams visited Acadia National Park on Friday to celebrate the announcement of a new federally funded restoration project. The goal of the project is to restore the health and function of the Great Meadow wetland ecosystem and better protect it from climate change.
This is a great example of climate resiliency and climate adaptation and bringing back ecosystem function into the wetlands.
The $500,000 project is funded by the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law. According to Vegetation Program Manager Jesse Wheeler, the project's climate-smart approach aims to increase biodiversity, habitat, and visitor experience.
Putting in boardwalks and culverts to allow more natural water flow. We're also going to be removing invasive plants. We'll also be planting native plants that are adapted for a future climate.
Sams says these kinds of restoration efforts wouldn't be possible without volunteer organizations such as Friends of Acadia.
Without these types of public-private partnerships, we wouldn't be able to do nearly everything we need to do to be the good stewards that we want to be and that we're charged to be under the Organic Act of 1916.
Friends of Acadia Conservation Director Stephanie Clement encouraged anyone interested in helping preserve the park to get involved.
Members of the public absolutely can help with work here at the park. We have volunteer service groups that go out into the park, and occasionally they do help with invasive plant species removal.
To learn more about the Great Meadow Wetland or to become a volunteer, visit friendsofacadia.org. Just a beautiful day to get outside and explore, as we're doing right now in Newport. It's really beautiful out here.
We are absolutely being spoiled by these wonderful conditions. It's not too hot where we are. We have some great shade, a light breeze, and as usual, some gorgeous scenery to welcome us here to Newport. And with a little bit more on what we can expect weather-wise in the coming hours, let's take a first look at our forecast.
Thank you, Beth and Peter. Your first weather is brought to you by Goose River Farm Meat Store. As we take a look at the radar, we have some scattered showers going just north of Bangor right now. Other than that, it will be pretty dry throughout the day today. We do have a low-pressure system moving just north of us and north of Quebec, but it's not going to bring any rain or scattered showers into our area tonight. As we go on, we can look at the temperatures today. Right now, we're sitting at 87 in Bangor, and it's a little bit colder at the coast. Bar Harbor has 83 and 81 in Rockland, but at mid-80s is still pretty warm out there, so nothing to worry about. As we take a look at the wind speeds, we do have some gusty winds near the shoreline. Bar Harbor has 15-mile-per-hour winds. Other than that, they're starting to ramp up in other areas, but they will still be pretty calm today. Taking a look at your hour-by-hour forecast, we're in the mid to lower 70s going into tonight. And as we get into the morning hours, we'll be in the mid to low 60s. Beth and Peter?
All right, and when we come back, we'll be learning about some of the things to look forward to here in Newport coming up.
All right, we are live here on the road in Newport. Stay with us.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Newport, is sponsored by University of Maine Early College. Tuition-free online fall courses for high school students. umaine.edu/early college. Four Seasons Floral and Gifts, a family-owned and operated business offering only the finest floral arrangements and gifts with friendly service. And the Farmer's Table in Corinna for breakfast, lunches, dinners, and desserts made from farm-fresh ingredients. Why do thousands of customers take the drive to Newport for all their shoes? Because Comfort Shoes and More has the styles you want, and they also have trained podorthists on staff to help you with all your footwear and arch support issues. We provide free foot evaluations by people who care about fitting you with the most comfortable shoes you will ever own. We have shoes in stock up to 6C and size 17, from safety shoes and boots, running, walking, casual or dress. We have it all at Comfort Shoes and More, 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport, across from Irving.
Papa Roach. Falling in reverse. The Rockzilla Tour with very special guests, Hollywood Undead and Bad Wolves. Friday, July 29th, Main Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. Papa Roach. Falling in reverse. On sale now at waterfrontconcerts.com or ticketmaster.com.
When it comes to finding the right health insurance for your small business, it can feel like you're the only one looking out for the well-being of your team. But when you partner with a nonprofit health insurer who not only understands your needs as a business owner, but puts your people over their profits, it allows your business to keep doing what it does best. With a team who can take comfort in knowing they're cared for, people over profits. Now that's a novel idea. Get a quote from your broker or visit healthoptions.org.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business.
A local electrical workers union is offering programs to help attract new electricians to the workforce. Our Dylan Holloway stopped by their training center and has more.
The Electrical Training Alliance Central Maine Apprenticeship Center is committed to training the electricians of the future. The center, located in a former Newport elementary school, has multiple opportunities available for those interested in learning the trade. Nicholas Paquette of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 1253 says the apprenticeship program is a great way to earn your license in Maine. He says apprentices in the tuition-free program take classes at night and work on job sites during the day.
So they get their on-the-job training during the day with our signatory contractors. And not only do they have good wages, they have benefits as well.
Paquette says raises are based on hours put into the program, giving incentive to individuals who show initiative. Through a grant, the center is also starting a new pre-apprenticeship program for local high school students.
We're piloting a pre-apprenticeship program, which is like an apprenticeship readiness program with the high school students over at Nokomis Regional High. It's for 16 plus. It really gives a good understanding of all the trades, not just electrical.
The 120-hour program is nationally accredited and allows students to learn about several different trades, helping them make their goals a reality.
If they want to be a carpenter, we'll point them over here. If they want to be a general laborer, there's a program for that. Or what have you, like I said, welding or pipe fitting. We can help students reach out and get those contacts if that's where they want to go in that career.
To learn more about the programs offered, go to ibew1253.org. Reporting from Newport, I'm Dylan Holloway for ABC7 and Fox 22.
Back, and thanks for staying with us. I'm joined now by Deborah Ricker. She's a member of the Economic Development Team here in Newport. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, you're welcome.
So I understand that there's a lot to look forward to here in Newport, especially next weekend with the Riverwalk Festival. Can you tell me more about that?
Yes, the Riverwalk Festival, this is the 5th year, and it's all about free events for children. So everything that happens here for kids is free. And this year we have a talent show that's getting filled up with some lovely local talent. Lots of inflatables for kids, a water slide, inflatable, and an obstacle course that's really, really popular, and food vendors, and many, many events for kids. And it's all free. There's no admission charge, and we're committed to that.
And that'll all be taking place right here, right?
Here, yeah. It starts with a parade at 10, and then the festival grounds open at 11 till 4, and we end with a duck race down the beautiful river.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of fun for the whole family, but especially the little ones, too.
Yes.
And what you can't see right behind us is this beautiful stage that just got a roof put on it as well. So
Yes.
tell me how that's going to be utilized during the festival.
So we've already had some children's events down here. In fact, there was one today from the Cultural Center, and we have a bluegrass band coming in August, and in September we have a play coming from some theater in Bangor is bringing a production down here. So we're trying to work towards having at least monthly events.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
And, even though there may not be an event per se, people can come to Newport and enjoy lots of things that it has to offer, like the growing downtown. Tell me about some of the things and attractions and businesses that people can visit downtown.
Yes. So recently, Miller's Fitness has renovated our old armory. It's a beautiful facility up past the dam, up towards the dam. And then right downtown, we have some new shops that have opened, as well as our cultural center is like the jewel, which was a volunteer project. Just it's an amazing place for kids and for adults as well. And they're getting ready to host their annual fundraiser in September, which we've added. It's a run, 5K fun run, and we've added a half marathon to it.
Wow.
So it's going to be a really fun event and get a lot of fitness. We have a lot of fitness going on in Newport.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, a great place to get out, enjoy the outdoors, and also the downtown. So much going on here in Newport, and thank you for telling us all about it and joining us today.
Thank you.
All right. Well, there's much more to come after the break, so stay with us.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Newport, is sponsored by Joe's Furniture. Quality furniture at a price you can afford. Coveside Wheel and Ski in Newport, your local family-owned and factory-authorized Polaris, CF Moto, Honda, and Kimco dealer. And go to Comfort Shoes in Newport today and get professionally fitted so your feet will be pain-free again. On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Newport, is sponsored by Her Closet Boutique Consignments, affordable new and gently used name brand clothing, shoes, and accessories for the entire family. Huff Power Sports, your local Bobcat compact tractor dealer. Come see what Bobcat has to offer. Huff Power Sports, your authorized Bobcat dealer. And Foxy Hair Design has been in Newport for 40 years, a family salon doing hair and nails, open Monday through Saturday.
When outdoors, some people like it hot and some people like it cold. However, when indoors, most people like it comfortably warm. Choose a Boderas boiler from McCusick Petroleum Company to provide you with comfortable and efficient heat. They also offer sales and service on many brands of furnaces, boilers, and water heaters. McCusick Petroleum Company delivers oil and LP gas to homes and businesses throughout the Pequot region. If you'd like more information on pricing or service, call or stop by our office in Dover Foxcroft.
Shark Locker and Margaritaville Tequila present Jimmy Buffett and the Coral Reefer Band. Life on the Flip Side Tour 2022 Redux. One night only at Maine Savings Amphitheater, August 2nd. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Jimmy Buffett and the Coral Reefer Band, August 2nd. Presented by Margaritaville Tequila and Landshark Lager.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Put a little more cash in your bank. Save money with half-off deals at foxbangor.com.
Welcome back into our studio in Bangor. Thank you for staying with us. I'm here, Beth and Peter in Newport. They'll be back tonight. We'll begin with some breaking news out of the University of Maine women's hockey program. The head coach and assistant coach of the program, Richard and Sarah Reichenbach, Richard the head coach, Sarah the assistant, are resigning from their positions, according to multiple sources close to the team. Fox ABC Sports was told that the general counsel for the University of Maine has been in communication with the Reichenbach's attorney, Kelly Hoffman, regarding the matter. Multiple sources also say equity issues could be at play. We are working to find more details on the matter, and as always, we'll provide updates as they are made available to us. Switching gears now and heading over to the racetrack over at Speedway 95, they are revving up for the second annual Big Dog 100 race on Saturday, an event honoring one of their own.
Big Dog 100.
For the second straight year, racers at Speedway 95 will line up on Saturday for the Big Dog 100. A 100-lap race that last year had over 80 cars on the track at once.
Epic, I guess. I don't know how to really explain it. The mood, just everything was intense. It was standing room only. Trucks and trailers in the parking lot. You know, there was no room for nobody.
So a year ago, Jason Trundy started the Big Dog 100 to honor a longtime stock racer in the area and a colleague of over 25 years.
Mike Lynch was a long-time Speedway Unity racer. Had a lot of friends, had a lot of enemies, but everybody loved him at the end of the day. He was a good guy. And we got close towards the end of his passing, and it just felt right to do, to honor him. He's been around here for a long time.
The idea of keeping Lynch alive through an annual race really resonated with everyone who's interacted with him before.
The people that knew him, it does mean a lot. His son will be in it. His son was in it last year. It does mean a lot to a lot of people. He was friends with a lot of people and helped a lot of people.
And all those that knew Mike would describe him as
screaming teddy bear. I don't know how else to put it.
For Jason, seeing all the support from the racing community last year and watching everyone line up at the gate for the first ever Big Dog 100 was surreal.
Oh, it feels awesome, and last year was awesome. It took me 2 days to make my thank you post on Facebook. I just didn't even know what to say. It was incredible.
And he just hopes that the tradition keeps on living each and every summer.
This track hasn't seen that in a lot of years, and hopefully we can keep doing it every year and make it bigger every year. I'd like to see 100 cars out here.
Looking forward to that tomorrow night. All righty, that's all we have for sports. Here's Chase Ropenack with your full 5-day forecast. Chase?
Thank you, Tyler. Your main weather is brought to you by Varney Ford. Varney Ford in Newport gives 1 full year maintenance on every new and used vehicle they sell. Come visit them and see their huge selection of cars and trucks, the nice car and truck people. All right, as we look into our temperatures today, our highs were sitting in the mid to upper 80s. We have 87 in Bangor, and then, like I said earlier, in the coastline, it's a little chillier, 83 in Bar Harbor and 81 in Rockland, just to the west. Other than that, the temperatures do fluctuate a little bit between the coastline and the mainland. Other than that, it's a pretty warm day out there for you. As we look at today's UV forecast, it's going to be sunny and it's going to be high. So the burn time is 15 minutes, so make sure you have your hat, sunglasses, sunscreen, and find some shady areas to stand under as that sun's going to be beaming down on you today. Looking at the temperature trend for this week, we're going to be in the mid to upper 80s. We do have some areas that are almost touching 90. On Monday, we have a high of 89. So it looks like a small heat wave is coming in through this week, so be prepared for that. Looking at the wind speeds right now, we have Bar Harbor at 15 miles per hour, and the winds around the area are starting to ramp up. So be ready for some pretty gusty winds out there. Other than that, it won't be too bad. Looking at the radar right now, we do have scattered showers just to the east of Bangor right now. It will be pretty dry throughout the rest of the day. The showers aren't supposed to really bother us too much. Taking a look from afar, we do have that low pressure system that's moving north of us, which is just north of Quebec. It's not going to bring any showers into our area today, so nothing to really worry about. As we look into the high-resolution futurecast, Saturday morning we can see a lot of rain just comes through, some scattered showers, but most of that rain will be south of Bangor along the coastline. So if you live along the coastline, be ready for some rainy weather. Other than that, it'll be pretty dry. Looking at the muggy meter, the humidity looks like it ramps up on Monday, and then it will take actually a big decline right on the next day, Tuesday. So other than that, Monday is going to be the one day it'll get very close to very humid. Other than that, the humidity will be on the low end. Looking at tonight's forecast, we have a low of 61, partly cloudy with that slight rain chance in the south. Other than that, the winds will be pretty calm tonight. Looking into tomorrow's forecast, we have a high of 83. It'll be partly cloudy with some gusty 10 to 20 mile per hour winds from the west. And then as we take a look into our extended forecast, we have a high of 83 Saturday with a low of 59. Sunday seems to be mostly sunny, Monday as well. Tuesday brings that thunderstorm chance, but then Wednesday will be pretty good again with a high of 85 and a low of 60. Beth?
Alrighty, thanks so much.
More to come after the break. Stay with us.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Newport, is sponsored by Howard Insurance. For all your insurance, you can find us in Dexter, Dover, and Newport or at howardins.com. Gulfside Wheel and Ski in Newport, your local family-owned and factory-authorized Polaris, CF Moto, Honda, and Kimco dealer. And Studio 160 Salon and Spa. Our professionals are committed to offering the best hair care, nail and foot care, body waxing, massages, facials, and skin care services.
We're a AAA family.
We found out about AAA insurance through a friend who had actually mentioned it a while ago. We ran the numbers and it totally worked.
We looked at the statement for our previous insurer and then AAA insurance. Definitely, we've seen a huge difference.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
By switching over to AAA insurance, we saved over $450. So with our savings, he bought more equipment.
More money means more practice equipment.
In his world.
Why didn't we do this earlier? Why did it take so long?
We're a AAA family now.
AAA insurance allows us to do so much more with our kids and spend more time with them.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 877-209-5384 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
I know there's conflicting information about Dupuytren's contracture.
I thought I couldn't get treatment yet.
Well, people may think that their contracture has to be severe to be treated, but it doesn't. If you can't lay your hand flat on the table, talk to a hand specialist.
But what if I don't want surgery?
Well, then you should find a hand specialist certified to offer non-surgical treatments.
What's the next step?
Visit findahandspecialist.com today to get started.
Ready to update your summer style? Shop department store brands for amazingly low prices during the Label Shopper Summer Sale. 25% off your favorite labels.
Label Shopper, great clothes, great prices.
Welcome to the final straw, a game of gravity versus greed. Ready, set, pull.
Let's go.
The Final Straw, new time Sunday on ABC.
A Newport jewelry store is carrying on a long-time tradition of serving customers in the area. TJ's Jewelry, located at 7 Mill Street, is going on its 24th year in business. TJ's is the latest jewelry shop in a long line of shops at that very same location, which dates back to the late 1800s. Co-owner Teresa Bickford says the store prides itself on making 99% of customer repairs on site.
Somebody's bringing in something that is they cherish, and it's something that maybe was their grandmother's or their grandfather's, or even something, it might have been the last thing that somebody gave to them. And so for us, that's super important to know that that's not going anywhere, and we treat it like it's our own.
And for more information on the store, you can search TJ's Jewelry Downtown Newport on Facebook.
And finally tonight, it may be summer, but you can still help with a toy drive that gives back to children in need during the holidays. Ellsworth City Hall is holding its annual Christmas in July toy drive, and they're continuing to accept donations. Unfortunately, though, city officials say donations have been down.
We're trying to get an early start. Last year, we found we were having difficulty during the holiday shopping and having plenty of toys on the shelf for us to get. So we're starting early this year.
Organizers say they give gifts to children who might not qualify for other programs. The number of eligible children has more than doubled in recent years, and last year they weren't able to help all the kids who applied because they didn't have the funds or the toys to do so. They say they have not been able to give out school backpacks to students like they usually do because their funds have been depleted. If you'd like to help, you can drop off toys or monetary donations at Ellsworth City Hall. You can also call City Hall to make donations or sponsor a family. A really great opportunity to help during a time where, maybe the giving spirit isn't in the air as much, but it's obviously needed year-round, and especially looking forward to the holidays as well.
And if there's one thing we know, it's that Mainers are great at rallying behind each other, and so you hope getting the information out there will bring them that influx of donations that they need to do all of the things that they want to do to serve the community.
Absolutely. So here's hoping they get all the help they need.
Absolutely. Well, that is going to do it for us, folks, from everybody here at ABC 7 News. Take care. Have a great rest of your night, and thanks for joining us on the road.
Good night, everyone.
ABC 7 News at 6 on the road live from Newport is sponsored by